There may be. 3 outer councils with little more of a country feel have handed down their budgets this week, and it's more bad news for residents, with no one escaping a rate rise.
If you're confused by council spin doctors who present bad budget news in glowing terms, you're not alone. But who are you going to call? Red tape busters. Local government watchdog Shane Bowring's been doing his own number crunching to come up with report cards for Beaudesert, Caloundra and Caboolture.
Basically, there's nothing in it for residents.
That's if you live in Beaudesert, where councillors voted themselves a pay rise, and guess who pays?
Massive increase in rates. Rates have gone up on average 6% throughout the Shire. That's disgraceful.
Ratepayers are also paying more for water use, says Shane Bowring. Another cross for road funding, which has barely kept pace with rising construction costs.
And even council's media release doesn't have much positive in there at all. That's really saying something.
The only positives, says Shane, are some minor community initiatives and house ownership transfer fees being decreased from $200 to $55. What about our northern neighbours in Caloundra? Good news for water rates, with no increase in the usage charge and a decrease in the base charge. More money for parks and gardens, and residents can still dump domestic green waste free. Rates will rise though, an average increase of 3.6%, which hits hardest those properties with lower values. And he couldn't find any funding to buy the controversial Woolworths site in Maleny. Caboolture's budget also comes in average. Shane giving ticks to 11% more money for libraries, sport and recreation. Parks get an extra 7% expenditure on environment care, an extra 8%. Water and sewerage were the big winners, allocated an extra 30%.
Major upgrades there, especially in the Donnybrook area, so that's excellent.
Again, though, increased rates. And Shane warns, don't be fooled by council's statement that it's just 2.67%.
The hidden is that 39% of the population will pay between 2.67% and 6% extra. So, you know, there's some significant questions there.
Questions too, says Shane, whether small business will benefit from a new senior economic development officer and support staff.
No council across Queensland seems to be coming up with innovative grants where they can give money to small businesses to get started.
So it's just 2 out of 10 for Beaudesert Council, 6.5 for Caboolture, and an impressive 8 for Caloundra. Ipswich residents will have to wait until next week for their budget news.
You're watching Extra.